Hello everyone, and welcome to Feed the Beast Quickie with Black Dog Z. Today we're going to go over some more thermal expansion. Today we have the Autonomous Activator, the Terrain Smasher, the Nullifier, and the Tesseract. Let's quickly go over the recipes and tell you what each of these items does. So first we have the Autonomous Activator. Uses a pneumatic servo, a couple of pieces of tin, a piston, and a chest. Over here we have the Terrain Smasher again, pneumatic servo, piston, tin, and this is an iron pickaxe. We have the Nullifier, a block that most people don't seem to use. And it has tin, pneumatic servo, a bucket of lava, and an Invar ingot. And then Tesseracts. Tesseracts use, of course, silver, bronze, and a Tesseract frame. Now, a Tesseract frame itself is an empty Tesseract frame filled with a fluid transposer that we've used before. To build the empty Tesseract frame, you're going to use Enderium ingots and hardened glass and a diamond. And of course, we've shown you how to make these before. The Enderium ingots are made with pyrotheum dust and Enderium blend, which is a combination of pulverized tin, pulverized shiny metal, and resonant ender. The resonant ender, of course, is just liquefied ender pearls that you can do in a magma crucible. You can do it in the smeltery. There's a couple of different ways. You can also use endearing drops from bees. So there's a couple different ways to get those. But that is the basic idea behind making these four particular items. Why don't we go over what they do? The Autonomous Activator, real simple, will either right or left click the items that you put in here. So literally, if I say, hey, I want to right click this item, it will. And it set it out for me, and there you go. You now have that. So real simple, just put it out there and it will right click it. Unfortunately, if it can't do anything with it, it's just going to sit there. You put a bucket in there, it'll create lava. Nah, it won't dump lava, apparently. I thought it would dump buckets, but apparently not. All right. So that's the basic idea of it. A couple things that you can do with it. You can use it to pick things up. You can use it to set things down. So assuming that you had a block, you put it in front of it. You can say, hey, left click this block with this iron pickaxe. Well, in this particular circumstance, you would have wanted to use a shovel, but you can do it that way. And of course, you can right click things. So they're really good for berry bushes and things like that. Here we have the Terrain Smasher. The Terrain Smasher, real simple. You put a block down in front of it, and it's gone. It'll smash any piece of terrain. It does have an alternate, thing, building recipe that you can turn on in the configs to require a diamond pickaxe. And of course, it has outputs just like everything else. And it won't actually do anything. Like if I put another piece of dirt down, it's not going to do anything until it can output its other dirt. So it'll get stuck like that. So you got to make sure you set an output on this and that you have it outputting to something. Same with this guy. If you need an input or an output, you can turn them on. Again, right over here, inputs and outputs. This one's only got outputs. Some of the things that you can set, you can tell it not sneaking, sneaking. You can aim at middle, aim high, aim low. You can tell it first slot only, round robin, so it'll just go along and use them all. Or random, so it'll just randomly pick one in there. You can left click or right click. So it's fairly simple. As you can see, it continually uses the iron pickaxe. So you want to watch out for that, even though it's not digging anything. This guy here doesn't have very many options. You can turn on and off its redstone, set that, and that's about it. It just smashes terrain. It's no different than using this guy with a pick. Does pretty much the same idea. This guy's a little bit faster though. Here we have the Nullifier. The Nullifier is actually really neat in the fact that you can take any item. So we can just take these 64 invar and they're gone. You can set it to input. All it's got is an input. And all it is just a giant trash can. Just a lava block. Keeps you from accidentally, jumping into the lava or whatever. It just holds the lava in there and you put the items in and they're gone. And lastly, we have the Tesseract. Now the Tesseract is a very neat item. This allows you to wirelessly transport stuff. So liquids, solids, you set them down here. And so what you can do is you can go, I want this to be 2 and we're going to transport lava. Check mark. So lava is number 2. We want this to fluid send only. So there we go. So that will send lava. And then we can tell this one, hey, this one. And then we want fluid, send receive, send only, receive only. There we go. So check mark. Now this one will receive lava. So now any fluid that this one outputs, this one will take in. This will also send through a type of energy using RF, or it can transport items. You can change the configs on exactly what the cost is, of course. For these guys, when it comes to liquid or items, there's not really any cost other than making them. But when you're doing energy, there is an energy loss that can be set in the configs. I do believe that default is 25%, but because it's different for each config, I think it's 30% in Direwolf and things like that, so that can change. Alright, so that's the basics between all of these 4 items. Have a good evening.